Welcome along back to the channel where we're going to carry on with part 2 and the final part on the XKR. We had some great feedback, thank you very much on the last video, really appreciate that. We are literally picking up, we finished recording that video 4 days ago and it's been a bank holiday, so we are just carrying on straight through. The bumper caused created a few comments, and what we've done, I did say I'd overlay some footage, so here it is now. We've put in the back of the bumper, we've done some 2K PU plastic upstands, where basically we've backfilled the gap in the PU plastic. We've laid down some tape first, so it's not bonded onto the metalwork at the front, it is just a supporting beam. And what that does is it means we've got this is a nice solid fixture now, all the way along the front here, so there's going to be no movement, it'll stay where it is and hold its shape really nicely. So we're virtually masked out now. Bo's just going to finish off a bit of the masking, give it a good blow down, we'll get it into the booth, and what we're going to do, which we will run through with you, is this is going to get Novel Spectral 38500, which is a wet-on-wet epoxy isolator. So the whole thing will get isolated into epoxy, and then we'll move forward into the primer, which will be Novel's 35500 high build primer. So we'll blow down, get it in the booth, and catch up with you in there where we'll go through the paint process where Bo will be priming this. It's all part of the learning curve. So we'll crack on now.
Okay, so we're in the booth now, got the XKR all masked out. Ahead of priming in a P4, we have 5 different primers that we use. Well, I suppose 5 different shades of primer that we use, ranging from a P1 to a P4. P1 being the lightest, P5 being the darkest. And we're going to go ahead and go for a P4 for the Emerald Fire Green, which is a later XKR colour. It should look really nice. But we're going to do a wet on wet epoxy. So we're going to use Novel's 38500 as a wet on wet. It's basically a layer before the primer, and it's an epoxy layer, so it stops anything going in, anything coming out. Considering that we're going over existing material, we don't want anything to go wrong with it. So yeah, a nice sealing layer in before the primer as a wet on wet, with a half-hour flash off time, straight over with the primer, 2 coats, quite a nice high build, not that we need it, 35500, another one of Novel's products. We'll get Bo doing the degreasing, I might give him a hand with that, and Bo doing the priming, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. So we're going to hand over to the GoPro and yeah, shut the booth up and get cracking.
Okay, so Bo's going to go in the booth now, as we've just said, and he's going to be guided with Luke, because this, all part of the training, this is kind of the next process on. Bo's been doing a whole load of epoxy and primer work, just getting him used to the feel and the weight and the application of the gun, getting your application right and getting comfortable with it. We're moving on now to the 38500 wet on wet epoxy, which is an awesome product. We've used it before, we've done a video on it before. That hopefully will be a link to that video. But this is a much thinner product, which is why we're keen to get Bo on this now and sort of moving his skills on a level. This is essentially as close to a base material product as you're going to get without using a base material product. So all the primers that we use, each coat, we're laying down approximately 80 microns of paint. So that's the thickness of the paint per coat. That is 20 microns per coat. We only put the 1 coat on because it is an isolator. So the idea with this is to prevent any contamination coming through from base materials. It hermetically isolates the filler work, so it takes the filler away from being hygroscopic because it's now cased in epoxy. So all we're looking for with this is 1 full uniform coat. We're not looking for a deep wet coat ready for lacquer or anything like that, but it's good practice on just getting your overlaps, which you're really good at now anyway with the primer. So it keeps your overlaps consistent, laying down a consistent coat that we can then put the primer on over the top. So for this, we're not using the primer gun. Primer gun is usually 1.7 or 1.8 mil tip because we're pushing a thicker product through the gun. We use a base coat gun. You can get wet on wet primer guns, but again, as we've been through many times in our iWater videos, we've got such an array now of guns up here that we've got a dedicated base coat gun, which means that our previous base coat gun, which we use for base and lacquer, the WBX 400, which Luke's zooming in on right now, because we've got the dedicated lacquer and the dedicated base coat WS series, we've now relegated the WBX to doing all of our wet on wet, which it does fantastically well. So we'll get this mixed up for you. And so it's one coat, one shot. Luke's going to be in there with you, just giving you a little bit of guidance, which you shouldn't need a great deal of because you're on the ball with this now. We'll have the GoPro going so you can see how he does, no pressure. And yeah, we'll get some epoxy laid down, mate.
Just got the XKR out the booth now. It's all in a P4 primer. Bo's been busy getting it into primer. It's had the isolated coat, as you would have seen in the GoPro footage as well. Bo's going to get busy priming the panels inside the booth while I start blocking this. If you've watched any of our videos by now, you should know the drill. Going to be blocking from one side of the car to the other, all the way down in a 320 with the panels on, well, doors on at least. So it will give a nice smooth transition between the wings, the doors and the rear wings. And then we'll take the doors off, key up the shuts, ready for a uniform coat of colour. So yeah, going to get cracking, going to start blocking while Bo's in the booth. So here we are in the booth. I don't think we got any footage of us actually blocking the car, because if you've seen any of our other videos, it's all we kind of do really. Plus Keith was using the GoPro on the Land Rover video, so yeah, go and check out that video if you're after this one, if it's out. Not sure when they're coming out. Anyway, in the booth, all primed up and basically ready for paint. So we've gone ahead, blocked the whole thing in a 320, gone round, done all the edges, and we've finished it in a 500 DA. So yeah, it's ready to go into the Emerald Fire Green, which is a late Jag XKR colour, and it should be looking really good. After this, we're going to be priming the panels. Obviously, as you can see, the doors have come off. Priming the panels, painting the panels. Probably get some footage of us blocking those panels, so at least you can get some blocking footage. And yeah, we'll go from there, paint them up, and then we'll be into assembly. So yeah, not long now, we have one shiny, complete Emerald Fire Green XKR looking lovely, ready to go out the door. So we are 99% masked out with this. We are just putting on the final bit of masking onto the lower sills. As you can see here, originally the Jag had a textured finish on the sills, so we're going to replicate that by using one of Novil's products called Cobra. It comes in two different types, I suppose. One is for colour, which is tintable, and one is just plain black. We are going for the plain black one, as this is a full respray anyway. Usually we would use the tintable one for, say, if we were doing a bed liner or something like that, or if we were colour matching a rubberised textured finish to the rest of the car. However, like I said, we're doing a full repaint, so we're going to go ahead and stick the black one off, leave it for a couple of hours, take the masking back off, and then go ahead and paint straight over it. So masking this up for the morning, going to give the booth a really big blowout, get the booth prepped ahead of colour, well, Cobra, then colour tomorrow morning. Okay, so the seals are now in a Cobra textured rubberized finish to give that little bit of extra protection, which will also give the factory look as it came factory standard. So TDS states that we leave the Cobra for 3 hours and then it's basically ready to paint over. So it's cured, it's been sat here at 3 hours for 20 degrees, and yeah, we are ready to do the full car in a uniform coat of one colour. So we'll go in, I think the GoPro will take over, do a massive blowdown again, degrease, and crack on with getting some paint onto it. Okay, back with the XKR, you'll notice that we've actually started the refit on this. Again, we haven't had lots of footage because Keith's been busy with the GoPro on the Land Rover, which you would have seen because those videos have come out now. And unfortunately, as it was fresh paint, when we came to record it, the sound wasn't working either. So anyway, we get by, put some B-roll over this of it in the booth, freshly painted, because we still got the footage. And yeah, we're going to get the GoPro set up now because Keith's finished with it, and we're going to record the rest of the refit. So we got a few bits, obviously front windscreen, bonnet to put on, rear bumper, a lot of the black side trims, and yeah, we're going to go from here. Okay, as you can see, we're well into our flattening process, obviously before the polishing process on the XKR. I flatten most of the car in a 1500 now, and I go around panel by panel, light 1500 DA, just to highlight any of the nibs. I'll go around individually denib all the bits with our little Kovacs block that I like to use. It's a dry process, it's great stuff. And then I'll go over the whole panel again with, I'd say, a little bit more aggressive. It's not aggressive, just a little bit harder 1500 DA until the whole panel is dull and flat, ready for a wet 3000 with a Trizac disc, before polishing it all up, and yeah, to see no peel in the paint. So yeah, that's all good. We're doing this in the booth at the moment because the booth is due a clean out. We're going to paint the walls very soon, before the next paint project at least, ahead of potentially, hopefully, using the dedicated prep room that we're sort of building at the back at the moment. So that's moving forward, and yeah, hopefully soon, instead of doing all of our denibbing, flattening, polishing process in the booth, we'll be doing it in the dedicated room out the back. So yeah, lot to look forward to. Can't wait to see this one all polished up and up together.
Right, there we go. We are done with the XKR. And we managed to get Darren come along as well. So Darren's here to collect the car. Unfortunately, we'd normally do outside shots, and it would be great to do a nice handover with you outside in the glorious rain, but it's absolutely bucketing it down outside. So we're stuck for space a little bit, doing a little walk around, and Darren gets to collect this nice shiny car and go straight out in the rain with it.
It's England.
It's England. I'm guessing Belgium was not chucking it down with rain, and you come back to this glorious...
No, it was raining every day as well, but
Excellent.
in Amsterdam, yeah.
So you're accustomed to it. There you go, mate. I'm glad we managed to get you on film with this, because we've taken the mick out of you for the last episode.
Absolutely deserved, yeah.
Deserved? Wow.
It's not you're not the first person to mention the triggers broom or various other stupid decisions I may have made regarding the car.
But have all the stupid decisions paid off?
Absolutely. I mean, this has always been my dream car. Ever since I sat in one back in '96 when somebody turned up at a pub that I used to work at with one brand new and allowed me to sit in it. I think I sat there and I was like, one day I'm having one of these, and yeah.
Well, we've known each other, I think, about 10 years now, and this is the first time the car's ever looked quite so complete.
It's never ever looked like this, not since the day I bought it, absolutely. Yeah, it had issues when I bought it. I bought it blind in the rain, travelled about 7 hours to pick it up and then instantly regretted it, had an engine swap, had another engine swap. Yeah, various issues, but I love her dearly.
Well, and it shows, and for all the mick taking, it's great to have you here to say we really appreciate you, A, as a customer, B, as a friend, and C, just your approach to it. I mean, every time we've had an issue, you've kind of given us free rein to resolve the issue.
Absolutely, yeah.
So we, you know, we want it on record now that we appreciate that kind of faith in what we do. And it's been an absolute pleasure to see this through. And my only regret is it's raining, because it'd be nice to see you driving off in the sun.
Yesterday in the sun would have been perfect, but unfortunately,
neither of us were here. So
no, but I do appreciate it, and I've been obviously following the video and watching the work done and the care that you've taken with the body lines, and yeah, just amazing, amazing. I couldn't be happier.
Well, it's been a pleasure, mate. As I say, we are a bit tight for space in here, so in the edit, I'll make sure we've got a bit of B-roll just showing the car a bit more, because as I say, it is cramped in here. I know Lou's doing his best walking around while we're chatting to try and get it in, but yeah, with winter coming, there's not a lot we can do about this.
She's got a little hole to go in to keep her dry, so yeah. Good
stuff. And following up with a bit of ceramic guard as well.
Yeah, going to get it ceramic guarded to protect it ongoing. Yeah, I'd like to keep it nice for the next few years and protect it, so.
Because it's not a trailer queen, you love it, you drive it.
I absolutely do drive it. I'm going to be driving it right now over to Seaford and back. My dad's desperate to see it. He's been following your videos as well, so yeah, he's desperate to have a look at it. I think it's going to turn a lot of heads, I really do. Because you see a lot of these, but you don't see them in this state.
No, I mean, there's quite a few subtle modifications, like all the trim is now gloss black as opposed to the anthracite.
It's amazing, yeah.
And that really contrasts your colour choice.
I love it. I love the way it pops. It was a great suggestion by you, and yeah, I'm glad we went with that, because it really does make a difference.
Yeah.
There's a few extra bits, little bits here and there, but it's a never-ending project, to be honest. And I'm happy with that. I like tinkering a little bit, and I like changing things. There'll be a bit of work going on in the engine and a few interior tiny bits, but yeah. Nearly there.
It'll never be there, you know that.
I don't know where I'll end up, so the car might have to travel with me. You never know.
Well, it's great to have you here. I think you're actually our first customer on camera.
I possibly am, because I've watched all the videos and I think I am.
It was great to finally do that.
Yeah.
And say, being local, we'll hear you. I know I'm going to see you.
Yes, definitely.
So
and yeah, and thanks to Luke and Bo as well, because I know that they've done, you know.
They've done way more than I have.
Yeah.
All right, it's payback, is it?
But yeah, just want to thank the team as well, because it's a team effort, I know.
No worries, mate. Well, as I say, we really appreciate you for allowing us to just fix it. So I'm going to shut up. I'm going to wrap this up so you can get out in the wet weather and enjoy it. And we'll call time on this video. Back next week, I think, probably with the Jensen, because there's been loads going on with the Jensens. So that's probably next week's video. And we'll hopefully see you next week. So thanks again, mate. We'll get the door up and we'll let you.
Thanks, Kate.
We'll let you get out.
Appreciate that, mate.
Cheers.
Thanks.